So if you feel like your personal brand is not working for you, you may be missing one of these 6 things. So if you feel like your personal brand is not really working for you, it's okay. This is all very fixable. And so in this video, I'm going to spell out the 6 things you probably may be missing and may want to fix in order to really make sure that your personal brand is hitting like it's supposed to hit. So the first one is visibility. Now, with visibility, it's important to know that yes, you have to show up. People can't find you if you're not showing up. But the part that may be needing a little tweak is where you show up. Because if you're showing up in a place where your message doesn't hit or your audience doesn't reside, you're being visible, but not to the right people. So double check to see where you're showing up and make sure your people are there. That brings me to point number 2, which is messaging. Because if you are showing up and you're being visible and your people are there and it's still not really working, it could be a messaging issue. And you want to double check to see if you are talking to your people in a way in which they understand, in a way that resonates with them, and a way that's really going to capture their attention and make them realize you are the person that helped me solve my problem. So how do you do that? Well, you make sure that you understand who you're talking to. There are a few things you need to know about your audience so that your message will hit. You need to know their goals. So what do they want as a result of working with you? You want to know their deep desires. What do they really want after they get that thing that they need? You want to know their fears. What keeps them up at night? That's related to the thing that you do. You want to know their challenges, meaning what is keeping them from getting to this outcome that they want. And then you want to know their beliefs. What do they believe about the thing that you are talking about? Once you know those 5 things, that's where you're going to start creating your content from and speaking directly to those things. And the third thing is aesthetics. So how do you show up? How do you look? Are your pictures out of date? Are they pixelated? Is your setup nice? Are your colors attractive? Do they resonate with the people that you are looking to target? So you want your aesthetics to be a cross between how you like to be seen, meaning how you like to see yourself, and then what's going to resonate with your audience. Now, for aesthetics, you really want to make sure that you're showing up high quality, right? Because you want to make sure that you don't look bootleg, you don't want to look janky, you want high quality graphics, modern, up to date, and pictures of yourself. So go ahead and get that photo shoot done. Make sure your pictures are high quality. Make sure your branding is high quality. Make sure your website is high quality. Make sure when you show up as authentic to you as possible, because that's where you're going to be most confident and that's really where you're going to shine. Now, this is important because you also want to convey who you are and your brand with the visuals. So for me, for example, I'm all about, hey, be bold, show up with bright colors. And so everything that I do, I try to be bright because I like being bright. I like sequins, I like purple, I like big colors that pop. And so that is going to resonate with me, and it's going to pull in people who also appreciate that aesthetic. Now, if you are a more calm, laid back person, maybe you'll go with pastels or neutrals. And if you have a calm kind of aura about you, then your people will be attracted to that. So let's double check and make sure that your aesthetics fit your brand. The fourth thing, engagement. Now, what do I mean by engagement? What I mean by engagement is, are you rallying people around you? Now, this goes back to what I talked about in terms of your messaging and knowing your ideal client's beliefs, right? Because you could use their beliefs to help rile them up. You could use those deep desires to rile them up. You could use their fears to rile this up. Do you see where I'm going here? It's all kind of emotional and you want people to connect with you. And so you're going to need to start telling a little bit of stories about yourself. You're going to really want to dig deeper into who they are as a person so they feel seen. When people feel seen, they feel connected, and that connection creates engagement. They're going to comment, they're going to inbox you, they're going to want to join into your thing. So you definitely want to double check to see if your brand is hitting on those areas. The fifth thing, credibility. Now, for credibility, I'm just talking about receipts. And I know a lot of us are like, oh my God, I just want to be modest. I don't want to be arrogant. I don't want to be tooting my own horn. I don't want to brag. Baby, people don't know what you're about unless you tell them. You're going to have to let them know. So get those receipts. This looks like testimonials. This looks like case studies. This looks like clients talking about the results that you have helped them to create. So you want to make sure that your brand has that element, the social proof. Proof is in the pudding, as they say. So make sure that you show your receipts. And the last but certainly not least, conversion. Your personal brand's not working for you because you're probably not asking for the sale. You're not asking them to do anything. You're just posting a video and saying, hey, here's some tips and bye. You want to constantly tell them what to do. Hey, if you like this content, go ahead and get your digital brand audit. It's totally free right now, and it'll only take 30 minutes where we dive deep into who you are online, how you're being perceived on Google, social medias, LinkedIn, and your website. So that way they know this was good information and there's a next step. A lot of times people put content out and it's great and they hit like and they keep scrolling. You got to tell them what to do. Now that you know the 6 things that you may need to tweak, your personal brand doesn't seem that far off now, does it? Now, if you still feel a little lost and you need a second eye, if you need someone who does this, who's a certified digital brand strategist, someone who's been branding people since 2009, then go ahead and book your digital brand audits. I can't wait to see you on the other side. And remember, your identity is the strategy.